Hi friends, welcome to my channel, On the Mat with Kelsey. Today's class is a short yoga flow. This is going to be a quick full body stretch. I'm going to get into all parts of the body. It's a feel-good flow. We will move somewhat quickly just for the sake of time to keep this class brief. You do not need any props for this class. If you like to practice with blocks, you can grab those, but you do not need them for this class. And this class is great for all levels. This is good to do just when you are short on time, but I also like to do some of these movements like after a cardio session. Could be great after a run, bike ride, or a workout at the gym. So go ahead and step up to the top of your mat, and we'll start with a really wide stance. Taking your feet, your toes off the mat, maybe your heels are on. You want your feet wider than your hips. Stay there. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Just put a little gentle bend in the knees. Let the arms drop. Give them a swing side to side. Release the shoulders away from the ears. And start with an easy neck roll. Drop your head over towards the right. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll the chin down. And then over towards the left side. Nice and slow. And inhale back up to center. Good. Reverse left. Move super slow. Notice where you feel crunchiness or a little tight spot in your neck. Head back to the right and inhale up to center. Bend through your knees if they're not, and take up space with your arms. Reach down, out, up, look up. And then exhale, let the arms float down slowly out. Stretch your shoulder blades away from one another. And then hands come down. Just do that one more time with the breath. Inhale, slowly stretch as you reach. Look up. And then exhale, arms float down. All the way by your sides, look down. Inhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. Heel toe your feet just a little wider. Toes are out, heels in. Exhale, knees go wide as your hips sink down. Yogi squat. This will look vastly different for all of us. Some of us will be up here using the strength of your inner thighs. Some of us will have our heels lifted. Some will have heels on the ground. It doesn't matter, but just find a little movement side to side. You're opening up your inner thighs. I'm sure you can feel them. Your knees are open, in line with your ankles. Karate chop the left arm down to the floor. Reach the right arm up. Open the chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, hands to heart. And do the same thing, other side. Right arm down, left arm up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hands back to center. And exhale, hands to the floor. We parallel our feet, so put weight forward into your hands. Lift the heels and spin them so they're directly behind the toes. Feet are parallel. And exhale, fold over your legs, bend the knees, and let the torso hang heavy. Find a little sway side to side, grab opposite elbows. And a little sway of your hips side to side. Bending one knee, straightening the other, and then switching, waking up the body. Turn the toes slightly out, heels in, and exhale, drop back into that yogi squat just for a moment. And then take one hand, then the other behind you. You're going to lower down onto your booty. So I'm going to turn again. So you should be here. You're facing the top of your mat. Your feet are wide. Hips or glutes are on the floor. We're going to kind of work through a little bit of mobility here, keeping the heels down. Try this without hands. If you need hands, that's fine. But both knees are going to drop towards the left. Feet are flexed. So you're coming down with a 90-degree bend in the left knee and in the right. Take your hands behind you and lean back slightly. You're going to feel this in the right, like the top of the right thigh. Keeping those feet flexed. If you need to come down to your forearms to feel sensation, go there. Just a breath in. Steady, even, long breath. And out. Coming back up right. Inhale the knees up towards the sky and drop them over to the right. And then walk the hands back. Stretch through the top of the left thigh. Inhaling and exhale. Good. Coming up, pulling the knees to center. Kind of interesting transition here. Pull your toes to touch. Here's another mobility challenge. And reach forward through the knees. Maybe your heels are lifted. You're rocking your weight forward. Maybe you can do this with no hands. It doesn't really matter. And then place your hands down and step the right foot back. We're just finding low lunge. Left foot forward, right foot back. Just your left ankle is underneath your left knee. And with an inhale, use your core to lift your upper body upright. Stretch through the fingertips and the right thigh. Take left hand down towards your hip, reach the right arm up, and then exhale, reach the right arm to the left. Stretch. Opening through the right hip, the right side body. Upright. Exhale, both hands frame the left foot, and then pull the left hip back, hamstring stretch. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, bend left knee. Low lunge, plant the right hand on the ground. Circle the left arm forward and up, twist. And as you exhale, circle the left hand back and then pull the left hip back, hamstring stretch again. Flex that left foot. Maybe give the left foot a circle of the ankle, stretching out the calf. Good, bend left knee. Plant the hands round your back and lightly step the left foot back, planting the left knee next to the right knee. Take an easy cow pose, arching the back, heart is forward, tilt the tailbone up. An easy cat pose, exhale, round. Move with your breath, find one more cow. And with the opposite breath, the exhale, cat. Inhale, rotate forward, pulling your hips into a modified plank position, one line from the shoulders through the hips to the knees. And exhale, super slow, all the way to your belly. Elbows right by your sides. Toes are long behind you. Press into the tops of the feet, lift the kneecaps, and inhale into baby cobra. Elbows pull in. Become light on your fingertips. Breathing in and out. Stay for another cycle of breath. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Strong legs. And out, exhale. Pressing back up through that modified plank. And then pull the hips back, sit it back, easy child's pose. Arms reach forward, forehead down, breath in. And out. You can stay here in child's pose, or for a tricep stretch, take your hands together in prayer and then bend the elbows, taking the thumbs to the base of the neck, base of the head, back of the neck. You may need to pull your elbows in a little tighter towards your head to really get into the meat of that tricep muscle as you stretch. Imagine pulling the hips further behind you. This creates length through your upper arms. Breathe in and out. Reach the arms long once again. Press into the palms. Inhale up. Tabletop, curl the toes. Hover the knees. And with an exhale, with nice bent knees, pull the hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. Head hangs heavy. Your gaze is back between your ankles. Wake up the body in your first downward dog, pedaling the feet or wagging the hips side to side. Breathe deeply, notice your breath. On an inhale, pull your right knee into your chest and then step the right foot between the hands. Dropping back left knee to the ground, low lunge. Inhale, use your core and to sweep the arms upright. Really reach the fingers up. Imagine the torso lifting off the hips and stretching through the top of the left thigh. Right hand comes to right hip. Left arm reaches up on the inhale. Exhale, side body stretch. Reach the left fingertips up and over the head, over the ear. Good. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, hands down. Frame the right foot. And exhale, fold half split on the right side. Full breath in. Keep pulling the right hip back in line with the left. You'll feel that whole stretching sensation along the entire leg, the IT band. Inhale forward once again. Left hand plants. Circle the right arm forward and up, twist. And then exhale, circle the right hand back as you pull the right hip back once again. Hamstring stretch. Maybe circle the ankle around and stretch the calf. Good. Inhale, come back to low lunge. Hands are planted. Curl the back left toe. Lift the back left knee. And we're walking both toes towards the left side of our mat. Walk your left hand, then your right. So you're in a wide straddle forward fold. Your toes are in, heels slightly out, and just hinging the upper body over the hips. Heel till your feet in just a little closer. Take your hands to your hips. Gentle bend through your knees. Pull your core in and find a straight-ish spine to come all the way up. Pull your heels in this time. Toes are out. Hands on your hips as you exhale, sink into goddess pose or horse pose. Your knees again are wide. Hips are low. Your chest is upright. Your tailbone is slightly tilting underneath you. So you have this slight tilt underneath. Your back is straight-ish. And then take your hands to the insides of your knees. You're going to push into your left hand and drop the left shoulder down, gently pushing the left knee open more. Your gaze looks up and over the right shoulder, up towards the ceiling behind you. Breathe in and out. Inhale up. And same thing, other side. Exhale, drop. Breathe in and out. Good. Inhale back to center. Hands to hips. Straighten the legs. Toes go in once again. Find an easy chest expansion. Gazes up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hinge forward. Wide forward fold. Straddle forward fold. Breathe in and out. Let your hands come to your hips and relax your hands all the way down to the floor. Release that bind. Walk your hands back up to the top of the mat. Turn your toes to point to the top of the mat and step the left foot up in line with the right. Your feet are hip distance underneath you. Bend through the knees, hinge forward fold. Forward fold. Find a halfway lift. Hands slide up the shin bones, crown of the head forward, hips reach back. Stretch the hamstrings and through the entire length of the spine. Exhale, fold it down. Plant the hands and step it back. We're going to move through one last vinyasa. You can drop your knees into modified plank like we did before and lower into cobra, or you can take full chaturanga if you'd like. We exhale, lower wherever you are. And then inhale, find your cobra, or if you took chaturanga, find up dog. We all stay in this back bend for an extra breath. Shoulders away from the ears, spread across the chest, open the heart. The next inhale, hips go up and back, downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice how your body feels in down dog now. And on an inhale, rotate forward into tabletop, slowly dropping the knees to the mat. Cross the ankles and roll yourself back to sit. Find the middle of the mat with your bum, feet on the floor, hands reach forward, and exhale, we roll ourselves down onto our backs, one vertebrae at a time. So we have that cat shape, the rounded shape with our back. Roll it all the way down till the back of your head connects to the ground. Arms are wide. Take your feet just wider than the mat. And windshield wiper, let the knees drop one side. Slow and easy, then pull the knees back up and drop the other way. We're going to find a reclined pigeon pose, taking your right shin bone and folding it over the left thigh. Both feet are flexed. Find the shape with your legs first. Notice how it feels. Find a little side-to-side movement. Then bring your hands into the mix. You could interlace your hands behind the left hamstring, or for much more sensation in that right hip, you can interlace your hands over the left shin bone. Close your eyes and take a couple of breaths here. Feel free to move if moving in this posture slowly and easy feels better than holding it statically. And if you find that spot that is a little extra tight, maybe give it a little extra attention. Stay in that spot, even though it's the most uncomfortable of the pose. It's probably because it needs the stretch. With your next exhale, release the fingers, release the legs, reach them up towards the sky, circle the ankles the other way, and then find figure pigeon pose or figure four pose on the other side. Reclined pigeon. Left shin is over the right thigh. Both feet are flexed. Find side-to-side motion before the arms come up. Notice how this side feels different. Then use your hands to interlace behind the hamstring or over the shin of the right leg. Close your eyes and drop into the sensation of reclined pigeon. Feeling what it feels like to stretch these big muscle groups. Visualize every exhale, softening, lengthening, releasing tightness. It could be tightness in the left glute, or it could be tightness up in the shoulders, and tightness around the eyebrows, the forehead. With your next exhale, take your knees back to center, release the hands. Reach both feet up towards the sky, and last but not least, happy baby pose. Flexing the feet, pull the knees out wide, wider than the torso, and reach your hands over the shin bones, grabbing for the outside edges of your feet. If this grip doesn't work for you, you can take your hands to your shins, to the outsides of your shins. That's great too. We want our low back on the mat, totally released and relaxed. Find a little side-to-side sway. Massage the low back. Straightening one leg long. Stretch that inner thigh and then switch. Pulling the knees down to the earth. Soles of the feet, bottoms of the feet shine up towards the ceiling. Full breath in. Full breath out. With control, release the grip of the feet. Taking the feet out wide, soles of the feet on the floor. And then exhale, reach the legs out long into opposite corners of the room, like the shape of an X. Take your arms out wide. Lift and spread your shoulder blades. And exhale, release them back down onto the mat. Dropping into Savasana here. Letting go of any effort accumulated in this class. releasing control of the breath, dropping into stillness. Slowly bringing your awareness back, moving your fingers, and then moving your toes. And as you're ready, rolling onto one side, using your biceps as a pillow for your head. With your next inhale, gently press yourself up to a seated position at the middle of your mat. Your sit bones root down into the floor. So you roll the shoulders up and down the back, sitting up nice and tall with good posture. Blink the eyes open if they're not there, and reach your arms out. Turn the palms up. We'll take one last breath together as a class. Inhale, reach the arms up nice and slow. Stretch as you reach. Look up. Connect the palms and pull the hands down to heart center. Before we end here, focus in on something that you're grateful for in your day today, something that you're grateful for about yourself. And take a breath into that. And out. Thank you so much for practicing with me today and sharing this short flow. Hope it left your body feeling good and relaxed and sends you off in a good mood for the rest of your day. So thank you and namaste.